Today, I'm so excited to talk about one of my favorite topics, and that is the self-image. So you can never outperform your self-image. So it is absolutely imperative that you assess it and address it, because it may be that you're holding yourself back and you don't even realize how it is that you see yourself. But your world is going to be just a reflection of what's going on inside. So although you may have a desire for success, you may want your business to flourish, but without even knowing it, you might be holding yourself back inside. So you might think on the surface level, oh, I could do this. Yes, I could have success. I can have a thriving business, but deep down, you have doubts. Deep down, you don't see yourself as the person that's successful. Deep down, you still see yourself as somebody who's struggling to make ends meet, whatever it may be. So I want you to really think hard about your self-image, because our personal accomplishments are actually defined by our self-image. So it dictates what we can and cannot do. It's really quite incredible. So as I said before, you can never outperform your self-image, and you really need to take some time to assess what it is for you. So think about people that you admire, people who may be in a similar profession, or whatever that business is that you have. What are some of the qualities that you like best about them? And then also think about, what are some of your best qualities? What are some gifts that you've been given? So we all have our spiritual gifts. Everybody does. But do you know what they are? Have you spent time really assessing to find out what it is that your gifts are and how you can really embrace those and develop them to an even bigger standard, right? So think really hard about what things you do well, how you can use those things to help make your business improve, and then also think about, as I said before, people who you admire. What are some little bits and pieces that you really like about their image, their personality? Is it their drive? Is it their ability to be disciplined, their passion, their energy? What is it? And then sit down and really write it all out, okay? So this is an exercise I want you to try, is building your self-image script. So take the time to really list out all of the things that you want to be, your very best version of yourself, okay? Now this is already inside of you somewhere. So it's not like you're creating something totally different. So not only do you want to think about the best qualities that you have, the qualities that you admire in other people, but also look back at your life. Where have you already exhibited these qualities, and how has that resulted in what you wanted at that time? So maybe there was a time in your past where you were courageous, where maybe when you started your entrepreneurial journey or whatever your business venture is right now. So that took courage, and that is going to be something that will get you to success. So look back at your life and look at all of the different places where you've already exhibited these things, because they're inside of you already. What we want to do is to bring all of the parts that are going to help you grow and have the success that you desire, and we want to bring all of that up to the surface and have that be your just standard operating procedure. So this is going to be you at all times. So one of the fastest ways to kind of change your self-image is to change the way that you dress, actually. So if it's that you want to be a successful business person, and dress like a successful business person. So my mentor, Bob Proctor, would always say that he made the decision he was always going to be the best dressed person in the room. People would joke that he slept in his suit and tie because he was wearing it all the time, because he wanted to be that person. He wanted to show his image of success and his image of just being ready to take on whatever challenge comes next, right? There's a very different feel from when you're wearing your yoga pants or you're lounging around the house or in your pajamas and you're trying to do work versus being dressed and ready and feeling that. So that's one really easy way to step into it. But after you take all of this information down, write it all out, and then create a script for yourself of who you want to be, who you need to be to have the success that you desire. So once you do all that, write it all out, and now you need to read it or record it and listen to it at least 4 times a day. And then it's amazing. Once this new image of yourself gets ingrained into your subconscious mind, that is when you're going to start to see things change. And it's really quite incredible. So this is just a very brief description of some of the most impactful and powerful ways to quickly change your self-image. So if you want to have success, I invite you to really start thinking about this and figure out how you can start assessing how you truly see yourself. This is going to be, it takes a little bit of self-criticism to some degree, okay? Because you've got to really be honest with yourself. I had to do a lot of work on my self-image when I switched into my coaching career. For one thing, I only saw myself as a physical therapist. I was like, that is what I do. That is who I am. And it was very hard for me to shift that and to see myself in a different way, in a different light, so that I didn't feel like I was a phony and that I didn't deserve to help people in this manner. But when I really did, and when I look back now, I realize that the leap is not as big as I thought it was. I was already helping people, and oftentimes on a much deeper level than just what they were coming to me for physical therapy. I had labeled myself. I had created this image of myself, and I had to break free of that. I had to get very honest with myself and see that I was holding myself back. When I started to really look down at it, I realized that I didn't see myself as a successful person. I saw myself as somebody getting by, as just, making it through. We very middle class. We could afford a decent house. We could do some activities for the kids, a little bit of vacationing, but just, right there, right at the middle, lower level. And I really would look at people up here and be like, there's no way that I could have that life or that I could live that way. And I didn't even realize that I felt that way until I started to dive into this for myself. And I was astonished to finally become aware of how much I was holding myself back. So really take the time to do these exercises. You might amaze yourself as well. And when you start to shift that self-image into the person that you want to be, who has the success that you desire, amazing things are going to happen. So enjoy this journey.